Have you ever wondered why you haven't been able to manifest your desires? Why does it seem so difficult to achieve what you truly want? The reason might be that you are not in the same state as your desired outcome. In several of our YouTube videos, we have emphasized the importance of living in the state of having your greatest objective accomplished. However, we have noticed that many individuals in the manifesting world are unsure of how to enter that state and what it truly means. That's why we want to underline how crucial it is to be in that state when your desire has manifested, and you no longer need what you previously wanted. To begin with, it's important to understand what consciousness is and how to attain it. Being conscious means being aware of your surroundings and your inner self. It's the state of being fully present in the moment and experiencing your life to the fullest. When it comes to manifesting, being conscious means being in the state of having your desires fulfilled. This is the state where you no longer feel the need to manifest your desires because you already feel that they have been achieved. If you are not in the state of having your desires fulfilled, you will not succeed in manifesting them. You might be struggling with a lack of desire, which means that you feel that you have to make things happen. However, this attitude won't help you achieve what you truly want. Instead, you must leave that state and enter a new one where you are not dependent on the fulfillment of that wish. You need to feel that you are already living the life you desire and that your desires have already been fulfilled. When you are in a state of necessity, you start to think negatively, and all your negative thoughts will not help you accomplish your goals. They might even block you from bringing in the things you desire. You can never manifest something if you have negative thoughts or feelings of limitation. Even if you believe that you have worked extremely hard, it may still seem impossible when your wish doesn't seem to have come true. As a result, your beliefs are compromised, and you also feel helpless and broke. Your ability to manifest your life is influenced by your conscious state, your deeds, and your behavior. Your awareness affects every aspect of your life and determines your level of living. Therefore, you must understand what degree of thought is needed if you truly want to fulfill your desires. The moment you start moving in that direction, your manifestation will take place faster than you expect. Neville Goddard's law of assumption deals with assuming that your desire has come true. Once you start to think that your wish has already come true, you quit thinking that you need to make your desire a reality. You start living in that state and emerge from the stage of dependence. This state makes you feel grateful and content to be there, and all negative concepts are eliminated, allowing effective action to follow. Neville Goddard has a quote that summarizes this idea perfectly. All states are actual and closely linked to creation. Anyone can enter a state, whether consciously or unconsciously. They can move between states over the course of their life. They can stay in one state, and they can have needs, which are often what prompts us to change states. Since a state is whole and complete in itself, we must conduct in a manner that is specified by that state when we enter it. Have you ever found yourself constantly in need of money, but also wanting to manifest it? It can be a confusing and frustrating cycle to be stuck in. However, what if I told you that there is a way to enter a state where you no longer need to manifest money and instead feel like you have an endless supply of it? In this state, you can be whoever you want to be and have access to all the wealth in the world. The best part: there is no work required to reach your goals. All you need to do is enter the state of having your want met, and you won't need to exert any effort to achieve it. You will experience gratitude and contentment when fulfilled. But what is this state, and how do you enter it? It all comes down to understanding the concept of states. You see, even if you are successful in manifesting your goal, it will only last a short while if you are not in the state that goes with it. Your current state cancels out everything else. For example, if you are living in poverty, you will always need money, struggle to make ends meet, and not be able to indulge in luxury. Even if you were given a large sum of money, you will soon run out of money and encounter the same issues if you continue to live in poverty. On the other hand, if you live in a wealthy state, you will not feel the need for money as you already have it. The key is persistence. You must remain in the state that allows you to achieve your goal. If you keep changing your state, you will quickly start to feel as though you must bring your desire into manifestation. You will feel as though your objectives have been met in that moment, and you won't ever feel the need to fulfill your wishes again. But there is one catch. You can only experience the state that you are aware of. If all of your awareness is of how little money you have, you will ignore the money you do have. If you are only in financial difficulty, you will surely be unaware of all your wealth. In other words, you can feel wealthy even though you have no money, and you can still feel poor even if you become the world's richest person. It all depends on your state of mind. If you are not conscious of what makes you happy, you will not become wealthy. You'll have to feel sad if you don't know how much money you have, because you won't know what may otherwise make you feel sad. When we are in a state, we see only the contents of that state and are compelled to act in line with all that the state implies, says Neville Goddard. Your state of mind has a significant impact on how you view life. Even if you have money, you could still feel poor. It's your state of mind that gives you the impression of prosperity. So how do you change your state of mind? The first step is to realize that you are free to choose. You get to decide whatever reality you want to live in, what you want to create, and who you want to be. Another reality is just a short distance away. Take that step, change your state of mind, and change your reality. Life is a complex phenomenon, and the concept of duality is inherent in its very nature. Everything that exists has a double aspect. As for human beings, they are inherently dual creatures, embodying contrary principles that are rooted in their very nature. These principles are in constant conflict and give rise to attitudes that are often contradictory. This conflict is a perpetual battle, a never-ending struggle between the younger or inner man of imagination and the elder or outer man of sense. Man begins to realize the imaginative life the moment he senses the presence of another being within himself. Man has two distinct centers of thought, or outlook on the world, one belonging to the inner self and the other to the outer self. While the outer physical body is real in the world of external realities, the inner body is as real in the world of subjective experience. The inner world of thought and feeling to which the inner body is attuned has its own structure and exists in its own higher space. It is essential to consciously exercise and direct this inner body, which plays a fundamental role in shaping reality. There are two kinds of movement, one that is according to the inner body, and the other that is according to the outer body. The movement that is according to the inner body is causal, whereas the outer movement is under compulsion. The inner movement determines the outer, and whenever the actions of the inner body match the actions which the outer must take to appease desire, that desire will be realized. It is therefore crucial to act mentally as if your desire is already fulfilled, and involve the movement of the self. A vivid representation of the action is the beginning of that action. The inner journey must never be without direction. Whenever you take to the inner road, you must go for the prize you have already seen and accepted. The inner self moves along the predetermined course best when the emotions collaborate. It must be fired up, and it is best fired by the thought of great deeds and personal gain. An action must start in your imagination, involving movement of self and implying fulfillment of your desire. Whenever it is the action which the outer self takes to appease desire, that desire will be realized. Inner action orders all things according to the nature of itself. If you will construct mentally a drama that implies that you have realized your objective, then close your eyes and drop your thoughts inward, centering your imagination all the while in the predetermined action, and partake in that action. You will become a self-determined being. Inner action is introverted sensation. Without inner movement, it is impossible to bring forth anything. Enjoy manifesting. Enjoy manifesting. Enjoy manifesting.